Hey everyone, Jacob's here. Today we're going to review A Haunting in Venice 2023. Please subscribe before continuing to explore the world of cinema with us. The third film featuring Hercule Poirot, as portrayed by Kenneth Branagh and directed by him, is titled A Haunting in Venice. Now known for glossy, large-scale narratives with ensemble casts, these movies have become detective fiction stands. A Murder on the Orient Express from 2017 was warmly praised, while Death on the Nile, the sequel from 2021, wasn't. Given that it starred an alleged abuser who was on the news at the time, it never really had a chance. But it didn't help either that Gal Gadot's cringe-worthy delivery of one sentence is what audiences will remember most about the movie. Honestly, did we need another Branagh Poirot movie? It should be noted that this movie does not use the title of the source material, Halloween Party, like its predecessors did. This is important because Branagh is introducing Agatha Christie to a dark, unfamiliar setting, the horror genre. Is A Haunting in Venice a horror movie? Ah yes, that dirty H word. Is it a horror film? No, to Branagh. He calls it a paranormal thriller. The adage "the normal rules don't apply" was also made by him, and it is accurate in that respect. The fundamental flaw with A Haunting in Venice is that it doesn't know what kind of movie it is. The marketing strategy focused on some aspects that are very much related to traditional paranormal horror. Poirot is seen looking up from the sink into a mirror, where a ghostly undead woman is standing behind him in the critical scene of the trailer. There are numerous jump scares in the actual movie, and when compared to the earlier Poirot-Branagh productions, this one stands out significantly. Even the main death scene is significantly more graphic and explicit than it was in the two previous movies. One might watch this movie and concur that it isn't at all a horror one. That's not the purpose, though. The argument is that the movie obviously tries to create a terrifying atmosphere to raise the stakes of the main mystery, as seen by the fact that the title was changed to include the word haunting, and that the original poster just included a picture of a skull mask hybrid. Market your movie as a horror and get ready for horror criticism. Kenneth Branagh tries out new directing styles. Regarding his directing, Branagh is experimenting with a variety of styles. He occasionally chooses a shaky cam approach like found horror footage, stumbling about strange items in a room. Then, suddenly, the actors are addressing the camera, and we understand that we are Poirot's eyes. This integrated kind of direction feels jarring and out of place because every character is performing performances that are right out of a drama camp. Although there isn't much action to be drawn into, Branagh may be attempting to draw us into it. Then he makes the choice to close in on unsettling figures before opening up to show the lavishness of the scene. The mixture of styles makes it clear to the viewer that Branagh is working outside of his comfort zone. The casts are not at their best. Tina Fey, one of the funniest and most charming actors working today, each phrase is delivered in an unnatural manner, and when compared to Branagh, who is so at ease in this part, it seems as though they are in different movies. Branagh plays Poirot down while Fey aspires to greatness, which compromises the chemistry that could have existed. I have no words for Jamie Dornan, who is playing this role like a David Fincher protagonist on a bad trip. If Jude Hill hadn't played one of the creepiest kids ever to be committed to film without intending any harm, it wouldn't be as obvious. I never imagined the phrase "pick me girl" could be used to describe a 10-year-old boy. Yet here we are in a scenario where he tries to calm down his war-torn father. After an award season sweep for the record books, Michelle Yeoh, one of the most adored actors, isn't given much to do. However, Camille Cotton and Kelly Riley from Yellowstone both put on theatrical but sincere performances. A Haunting in Venice borrows horror tropes, but doesn't use them well. Whether he wants to accept it or not, Kenneth Branagh is attempting to make a horror movie with this project. Jump scares are there, and the movie concentrates upon ghosts and hauntings, but it doesn't explicitly declare whether the supernatural or human horror in this movie is more terrifying. It seems to be attempting to imply it's a little bit of both, but the movie would have been stronger if it had chosen one. The use of shadows and the presence of ominous individuals stalking Gothic surroundings are amusing tiny allusions to German expressionist horror, but they are all really minor details. The evil that permeates this mystery is not well addressed in Venice, and a peculiar scene near the conclusion just serves to make matters worse. Despite all of this, the movie has its strengths. Whether you admire Branagh or try to stay away from his films as much as you can, he knows how to keep a crowd entertained. The thing about Venice that most impressed me, though, had nothing to do with the people who worked on the production. Everything comes back to Agatha Christie, the reigning queen. The twist is intricate but not overly complicated, and in my opinion, it's difficult to predict. If anything, A Haunting in Venice serves as a stark reminder that, despite the fact that we are saturated with them, no one writes mysteries quite like Agatha Christie, and it is unlikely that anyone else ever will. Stay for the crazy fun and Christie narrative, and try not to giggle at Jamie Dornan and Jude Hill's odd chemistry. Right, when can we expect the prequel to Poirot's mustache? Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also turn notification on. See you in the next video.